Good morning, and thank you for joining us here live this morning at Centennial Park in Etobicoke, Ontario. My name is Mark DeLuca, and you are watching the OCAA Men's Soccer Championship 2015, brought to you by Bel Air Direct. We have a consolation match on our hands this morning, a brisk one at that, cloudy, a little bit of cloud cover, between the Fleming Knights against the University of Toronto Mississauga Eagles. It is Saturday, October 31st, 2015. Happy Halloween, everybody. A match that's a little bit interesting on our parts. Most teams really at odds. Both teams, I'm sure, would rather have been in either the bronze medal match or the finals, but a consolation match nonetheless, and we're here to see some exciting play. Just to give you some quick debrief, the UFT Mississauga Eagles had finished their season with a 2-5-3 record, while Fleming of the East Division comes into this match with a 3-4-3 record. So far, the UFT Mississauga Eagles had tied their past two matches in regular season play, and the Fleming Knights had finished their preseason match with one loss. The Fleming Knights had qualified for this round into the OCAA Championship with a cracker of a match. Third-year midfielder Jamie Gilmore of Brampton scored in the 89th minute, breaking a 1-1 deadlock to give Fleming a 2-1 win over St. Clair in the regular season to put them into this championship tournament. Gilmore didn't score in any of Fleming's 10 regular season matches, and Fleming's top scorer during the regular season was first-year midfielder Josh Pinello from Fraserville with 4 goals in 9 matches. Fleming has won 3 OCAA medals in its history, but none since 1987. So we're in for a little bit of a consolation match, and it looks like Fleming will not continue that record of championships. However, I'm sure they're all excited to play this final match before heading home. The University of Toronto Mississauga Eagles had ended off their season with a 2-5-3 record, as previously stated, ending 4th in the Central Division. The UTM Eagles have advanced to their first OCAA championship in their inaugural season in men's soccer, and they did that by the Eagles clinching a berth at the Provincials with a 2-1 victory over Mohawk. First-year midfielder Alvin Powell, native of Mississauga, broke a 1-1 deadlock in the 78th minute to lift UTM to the win. And first-year defender Nolan Anderson, Mississauga, led the Eagles with 3 goals in 10 regular season matches. UTM was 4th in the Central region this year and the 4th team to advance to this tournament. As I said, this is a consolation match, and both teams, as they approach and have finished their starting lineups, are ready to set up in their formations on the pitch. And game time is about to kick off very shortly here at Centennial Park in Etobicoke, Ontario. As the captains approach the referees to shake hands, we wait for the game to be kicked off. My name is Mark DeLuca, and I will be flying solo today, so hang in there in your seats, listeners and watchers, and be ready for an exciting match of OCAA men's soccer here for you tonight. In case many of you are unaware, the championship bronze and gold medal matches will be played later on this afternoon, with the Cambrian Golden Shield against the Fanshawe Falcons for the bronze medal game, and the championship final will be the Humber Hawks taking on the Algonquin Thunder, the previous champions of the tournament from last season. And as both teams are huddled preparing for a match, we're soon to get kicked off here very shortly for this consolation game at Centennial Park. And we can see the excitement on the players' faces. More of a warm-up match, essentially, a great opportunity to get those rookies and first-year players into gameplay, as both teams can look back on their seasons and address their flaws, their pros, their cons, and just get some extra practice here as they start to prepare for the 2016 season. Although it may seem quite a bit away, teams have to stay in form, stay in shape, and hope for a better result next year during this tournament. And we can see the Fleming Knights setting up in position, starting the match off with a 4-2-1-3 formation, and the UTM Eagles having a similar formation as well, a 4-2-3-1. formation. And the whistle blows as the match takes off. This is OCAA men's soccer consolation matchup between the Fleming Knights and the UTM Eagles. Scoreline is 0-0 as the whistle is blown to begin the first half. Knights currently have the ball, keeping strong possession here. And defense still holding on to that ball, using their midfield with the short game passes. A solid slide tackle coming from the UTM midfielder, number 14, Eddie Dabere, native of Mississauga, Ontario. And ball is out of play for a Knights throw-in. Knights throw the ball up the pitch, back into the center. As number 12 of the Knights switches the play. Still the Knights ball, keeping that ball in play. As it's clear, as the ball is still in replay, but picked up by the Knights in the Eagles zone as they approach the 18-yard box, close to the corner kick flag. Knights still have the ball, and across into the center, but controlled by the UTM defense, slowly making their way up the field. Cleared out, but nobody there at the moment to take that ball. Knights retrieve the ball back, going for the long-range shot, just over the crossbar, very close to the top corner, that of the goalkeeper's left-hand side. Goal kick, UTM Eagles. And that was number 10 of the Fleming Knights, being Matthew Kaguana, the midfielder from Mono, Ontario. And the Knights still, or excuse me, the Eagles currently have possession of the ball now. Playing the ball on the ground, and the midfield and defense working hand-in-hand today. Again, this show is brought to you by BRTV, and once again, we thank you all for tuning in this early Saturday morning. A little bit of a spooky appeal, and how fitting it being Halloween today. Gray cloud cover as the sun's trying to break off in the distance. Throwing Knights back into play. Knights send it back into the center. Keeping control of that ball fairly well. Not a lot of long balls during this match so far. Ball has been consistently played on the ground between the two teams. Knights throw it. Kaguana. Back to Andrew Gurr of the Knights. An aggressive tackle there by both teams. Free kick awarded to the University of Toronto Mississauga Eagles. And we currently have an Eagles player down on the ground. Hope nothing serious. Does look a little bit under pressure there. Still on the ground. Again, important to warm up during these early mornings as the muscles are still a little weak, and he's currently limping off the field. Probably needs to just get looked at. That's number 8 of the Eagles, Hawandeep Sandhu, native of Mississauga. And it looks maybe it might be a little bit worse than actual, both going in there for the challenge. Free kick awarded to the UTM Eagles. Hope everything is okay there for Mr. Sandhu, as he looks a little bit shaken up on the bench, but just stretching out, soon to return back onto the field. Knights have the ball currently in the mid, but the defense blocks that progression forward. And the Knights clear the ball out of play for a throw in UTM. Eagles back to their defense, switching the play from the left line to the right. Using those outsides to their advantage. The game has, at this point, been very clogged up in the middle. And UTM still holding on to the ball. Sticking to that right side, excuse me. As a long ball is fed through, but defended very well by number 8 of the Knights. Joey Pinello clearing that ball out of play for a throw in UTM Eagles. Just to touch upon that real quickly, Mr. Pinello, Josh Pinello, as a matter of fact, of the Fleming Knights, has recently been added as an OCAA men's all-star this season, having a couple of all-stars on the team actually, Joel Goring and Joey Pinello of the Fleming Knights, and Nolan Anderson and Andrew Kim of the UTM Eagles. So we have a couple of all-stars on the pitch today. You can see them working fully. Foul committed by the Knights, and a free kick awarded to the UTM Eagles. It would be quite impressive to see as number 10 of the Eagles, Danilo Garcia, to go for the shot here. Will most likely cross that ball in. He does go for the cross as a header is taken by and just off the crossbar, or excuse me, the free throw, or not the free throw, the field goal post. Getting mixed up with sports here. The field goal post of the football pitch to force a corner kick for the UTM Eagles. Corner kick taken. And strong commitment by the Fleming Knights goalkeeper to easily grab that ball. Ball punted up the field for the Knights. As it's booted out of play, or excuse me, ball still in play as a matter of fact. But the London Knights, or excuse me, the Fleming Knights defense let the ball roll out of play as they retrieve the ball. And that header was committed by the captain of the University of Toronto Mississauga Eagles, number 6, Andrew Kim, who I had just mentioned was an OCAA men's all-star this past season. And all season we've seen consistent and strong play from the UTM captain. It is to no one's surprise why he is wearing that captain's armband, and rightfully so. Knights pressure, as we see a little bit of a break here in the mid. Number 12 of the Knights trying to break through the 18-yard box, loses control though. Solid defense from the Eagles, getting that ball back. A little bit of congestion here on the right side of the flank, but passing that ball out of pressure very well. And a long ball sliced there by the UTM midfield, easily retrieved by the Fleming Knights. Down the right-hand side, just near the 18-yard box of Eagles zone. And the ball is cleared out for a goal kick, UTM Eagles. Goal kick to be taken. Don't see that quite often in this level of play, having the defenders take the goal kick for their goalkeepers. We saw a couple of moves pulled like that in yesterday's semi-final matchups, which is always interesting to see at this level of play. You would expect the goalkeepers to take their own goal kicks. However, if they believe in their defenders, they will use them here and there. The Eagles do have the ball in the middle. Dimitrios Gorgos, the Mississauga native of the UTM Eagles, sending that ball forward. Retrieved by the Knights. And a beautiful long ball sent to the left side, but just shy, a little bit too much there for the Fleming Knights. And you can see the frustration made by number 11 of the Knights, Jaden Mill Foster, forward from Brampton, Ontario. Kim. Eagles ball. Intercepted there by the Knights, using their defense to their advantage. Pinello. Jamie Gilmore forcing the ball out of play there for an Eagles throw. A very diverse team we have here on the pitch today from Fleming, with many players coming all across from the province. We have natives of Peterborough, Ontario, Etobicoke, Ontario, Essex, Lindsay, Stouffville, So a very diverse squad selected for the Fleming Knights. While Mississauga has stayed very homegrown. Nine players natives of Mississauga, Ontario, playing on the University of Toronto Mississauga Eagles. So a very homegrown team. Always nice to see. Eagles ball. Switching play, moving up the field. Using that defense to reposition the players as congestion and pressure is made by the Knights. Eddie Dabry of the Mississauga Eagles sending that ball forward. Nice two-touch pass from Garcia of the Eagles. You see Dabry asking for the ball on the right side, but to no avail. Still using the left side flank, but a lot of pressure coming from the London Knights. Throw-in Knight. And another throw-in for the Knights as the ball is cleared out by the Eagles. Throw-in taken. Ball back in play. As a foul is committed by the Knights. Free kick awarded to the Eagles. Dabry. Julian Bonanno. Back to the UTM goalkeeper. Levenage trying to do a little bit of footwork there, but ball's out of play. Throw in for the Knights. Ball is once again cleared by the Eagles. Throw in Knights. Ball kept into play. A little bit of confusion there by Dabry and the UTM goalkeeper, but no pressure on the players, so nothing escalated from there. Great way to keep the ball into play there, as it looked like it was going out for a clear goal kick, but did not happen. Dabry, midfield of the Knights, clearing that ball out of play. Throw in UTM Eagles. Eagles press forward. Garcia, long ball with a beautiful pass. The Eagles remain onside. Number 5 pressing in the 18-yard box. Kojo Auha. A great defense by the Knights to keep that ball out. Switching the play to the right side. As number 19, Jamie Gilmore, being very active in this game, controlling that center and outside right flank of the pitch. And just to touch on that, the native of Brampton, Ontario, Jamie Gilmore of the Fleming Knights, the midfielder, really executing that midfield quite phenomenally, as a matter of fact. Shifting play consistently, and as we see here on the replay, Eagles have a little bit of pressure in the 18-yard box, but again, great performance from the Knights as their defense are very adequately positioned, clearing that ball. Long ball sent by the Eagles. Bonanno. Or excuse me, Bonanno, Julian Bonanno, that is. Back to Dabry of the Eagles. And 50-50 play. Referee allows play on possession. Eagles move forward. And a nice long ball. A great challenge by the goalkeeper of the Fleming Knights to challenge that ball. Easy grab for him. Pressure coming from the Knights. Dabry with great defensive play there to keep that ball in possession by the Eagles. Gilmore. But mistimed pass there. As Andrew Kim, captain of the University of Toronto Mississauga Eagles, makes his way down the flank, trying to go for a goal-scoring opportunity there, but nothing again. Kim gets the ball. Awuha. Dabri. Back to Dabri. Midfield and defense of the Eagles working hand in hand with each other. Throw in Eagles. And we've seen number 15 of the Eagles, Dimitrios Gogos, native of Brampton, Ontario, being quite active in this play as well. Constantly moving from the center to the right outside, that being the right outside for the Eagles. Eagles ball, Dabri, Gorgos, back to the Knights. Gilmore to the outside, asking for the cross. Cross is made as a nice header is placed. Oh, but a solid save from the UTM goalkeeper. That ball was most definitely going in. And a beautiful save to the low right-hand corner, made by Jacob Monaco, the native of Milton, Ontario, for the University of Toronto Mississauga Eagles. Great angle to see that shot taken from here. And as we look back at our replay, that ball was most definitely going into the bottom right corner of the goalkeeper's net. And a fantastic save made there by Monaco. Gilmore. UTM gets the ball back. Back to the midfield. You see the outside asking for that ball, finally led to, and an offside is called by the linesman. Just close. And you see once again here the header made. Fantastic save from Monaco. Great job, young lad, and he knows it. Free kick award to the Knights, up the pitch. Gilmore. That's to number 11, Jaden Miller Foster, native of Brampton, Ontario. Ball just out of play for a goal kick. Once again, you are watching OCAA men's soccer action here in the consolation match between the Fleming Knights and the University of Toronto Mississauga Eagles. The score is 0-0 in the 18th minute of the first half. And goal kick to be retaken as the whistle was not blown. And this is the first time that the UTM Mississauga, or excuse me, University of Toronto Mississauga Eagles are contesting in the OCAA. Quite an impressive record, as a matter of fact, as currently all of the starting players are first or second year students. So we do have a very young team on our hands playing this match. Quite amazing to actually see that. While Fleming Knights are a little bit more diverse, again, a majority of their players being first and second year students, although there are a couple of third and fourth years. So a lot of young players on the pitch today, and we can expect a lot of more things to come in future seasons. Eagles ball down the middle to the center, retrieved quite well by the Eagles, maintaining possession. Switching the play. Bonanno. Bonanno to Dabri. Gorgos. To the outside for the Eagles. But a wasted pass there as the Knights intercept. Gilmore. Miller Foster sends the ball back to the center. And shot taken. But easy grab for the UTM goalkeeper, Jacob Monaco. Monaco to the outside as the Eagles have the ball currently. Dabri. Going for the long pass, but easily intercepted there by the the Fleming Knights defense. Challenge here made by, and a little bit of a tussle there in the 18-yard box as Monaco loses control of the ball. Thankfully for him, his defense were there to back him up as they clear the ball out, but the London Knights press once again just outside the 18-yard box. Garcia trying to do it all by himself there as Gilmore presses him and takes the ball quite easily away. Fleming Knights switching the ball now to the outside. The ball just rolls out of play as a throw-in is awarded to the UTM Eagles. See a solid save there coming from Monaco of the UTM Eagles. Ball still in play. Throw in order to the Eagles. You see right here a nice save coming from Monaco. Absolutely sensational dive there. And that is truly the skills of a well-trained goalkeeper, cutting off that angle as he dives across the net. We did see the Fleming Knights rushing into the 18-yard box there, uncovered. Very easy for a tap-in header, but did not happen due to Monaco's tremendous diving save there. Great positioning by the UTM goalkeeper. An offside call made by the linesman there. Eagles have the ball as pressure's coming by the Fleming Knights. And a foul committed by the Knights, and rightfully so. A little bit of arms there, grab in the defense. As a free kick is awarded to the UTM Eagles. Dabry. Long pass sent to Kim. Alone in the Fleming Knights zone. Eagles still have the ball. Knights counter as they make their way back up the pitch. Going for the backheel pass there, but Eagles take that ball easily away. Back to Dabry. Eagles ball. Dabry. Going for the long pass there, but stopped by Gilmore. Ball is out of play as a throw-in is awarded to the Fleming Knights. Throwing back to the goalkeeper of the Knights. Smart play there as they rework and reposition themselves to move up the pitch. Eagles get the ball back. We have a chase down here. Monaco, good way to get the ball out, standing far outside of the 6-yard box. Cut that angle down. Major thumbs up going to the UTM goalkeeper, number 1, Jacob Monaco, as he's been performing quite well today. Making 2 tremendous saves already to keep the score line at 0-0 as we approach the 25th minute of the first half. This is OCAA men's soccer action, a consolation match between the Fleming Knights and the University of Toronto Mississauga Eagles. And just shy of the post. And great way to cut me off there, as I was just about to say 0-0 scoreline, but we almost saw a goal scoring opportunity just shy by the UTM Eagles. And we can see the frustration on then Captain Andrew Kim, making great pressure in the 6. And going for the outside boot. The ball just skimming by the post of the Fleming Knights goalkeeper. Goal kick taken up the field. Eagles pressuring the Knights as they make their way back into the Knights zone. Kim. Kim retrieves the ball back once again. A little bit of a reckless play there by Kim, a little pressured and just kicking the ball out of play, throwing for the Knights. Throwing again awarded to the Fleming Knights. As a race ensues here. Knights still have the ball in the 18, going for the cross, and again, great way to cut the angle off by Jacob Monaco of the University of Toronto Mississauga Eagles. Really focused in this game, been quite impressed with a lot of his saves, cutting off those wide cross angles. Always difficult for the goalkeepers to see those wide balls coming in, but Monaco has been on top of his game this entire match. Long ball sent by the Eagles. An attempted clear out by the Knights. Ball still in play as Captain Andrew Kim of the Eagles chases that ball down. And a foul committed by Kim. Free kick to be awarded to the Fleming Knights. And it seems like we have Knights player down, number 8, Joey Pinello, the All-Star. Seems like it was a bit of a worse injury than we may have thought. Could be a bit of a Charlie horse. As previously said, this game is being played in the early morning hours, beginning at 9 in the morning this Saturday. And a lot of those muscles, if not properly stretched out, still are rested. So hope everything is okay with Pinello. And we see from that replay, it does look a little more serious than it seemed. With an all-star like that going down, you definitely don't want to see that from the Knights. So curious to see how this will play out and factor into the final match. As assistance comes to Pinello, the midfielder from Fraserville, Ontario. As a matter of fact, we have 2 Pinellos on this team, a Josh and a Joey. So apologies for the confusion there, viewers, as there is 2 Pinellos, very similar in name. Could potentially be twins. Not exactly sure, but we'll just have to wait and see, I guess.
Hey, watch short.
When play resumes, as Joey Pinello still remains on the sidelines, maybe we might see a quick substitution to be made by the Fleming Knights. Eagles currently have the ball. Number 11 of the Knights, Jaden Miller-Foster, pressures. Looking for that outside pass, but great defense by the Eagles to block them out. Caguana. And a free kick awarded to the Fleming Knights. Outside of the 18-yard box, close to that 30-yard line of the football pitch. It'd be quite impressive to see them go for the shot here. And it is quite distance. 3-man wall made by the Eagles. And easily saved by the UTM goalkeeper, Jacob Monaco. Did not have to do much on that shot. Taken right at him. Easily grabbed in his chest as he sends it to the outside. Eagles counter up the field. still have the ball. Ball out of play. Knights throw in. And just to get back on the injury update to Joey Pinello, it does look like he is limping off to the sideline, so we may see a substitution. That might be the game for Mr. Pinello, as he does stumble along the sideline there. Does not look like the best at the moment, so we are going to see a substitution to be made by the Fleming Knights, as Pinello does come off. Throwing for the Knights. And save for the UTM goalkeeper, as we see it's his substituted player, number 25, getting right involved in the action there. Approaching the 30th minute of play in the first half. Scoreline still remains 0-0, Fleming over UTM. Knights throw in. And a foul committed by the Eagles. Not pleased with the call, as we hear the frustration coming from the Eagles midfield and defense. Nonetheless, free kick awarded to the Fleming Knights. Just outside of the 18-yard box on the left-hand side. Free kick to be taken. Ball sent in. Solid clearance by the UTM Eagles. And that was number 9, Coyote Adebayo, native of Toronto, Ontario, drawing that free kick. Nothing escalating from there. Tim. Knights clear the ball for a throw-in, UTM Eagles. Throw-in Eagles. Ball in the Knights' end. And a handball called by the referee. Free kick awarded to the Fleming Knights. Long ball sent into the Eagles' end. We see Jaden Miller-Foster arguing for the foul there, but no call given by the referee as play resumes. Tim. And a long ball sent